Hello, dear children. Good morning. Children, today I am going to continue your fourth lesson, the United Nations. So, all of you open page number 284 in your textbooks. I am going to continue the lesson today. So, in our previous class, you have learned about United Nations and the purpose of the United Nations and organs of the United Nations, about the General Assembly, the Security Council and the Economic and Social Council. And in today's class you are going to continue from the Trusteeship Council. Okay, see, the Trusteeship Council is presently suspended. So this Trusteeship Council was presently suspended by UN. It was established in the year 1945 to supervise certain territories of some member states. So this Trusteeship Council was established in the year 1945 and the purpose is to supervise certain territories of some member states. Its aim was to help these countries achieve independence and self-governance. So the aim of the Trusteeship Council was to help certain countries to achieve independence and self-governance. By 1994, when this goal was achieved, the council was dissolved. So in the year 1994, all the goals of the Trusteeship Council was achieved and then the council was dissolved or suspended. Okay. Next, the International Court of Justice. This is the headquarters of the International Court of Justice. The headquarters of the International Court of Justice. So, the International Court of Justice or the World Court is the principal judicial organ of the UN. So, the judicial organ of the United Nations is the International Court of Justice. It settles legal disputes in accordance to international law between member states and gives advisory opinions to the United Nations and its agencies. So, the main motto of this International Court of Justice means it settles legal disputes. They have some international law between states and this court will give some advices or opinions to the United Nations and its agencies. It comprises a panel of 15 judges elected by the General Assembly and Security Council for a 9-year term. So, this International Court of Justice consists of 15 judges and these judges were elected by the General Assembly and Security Council. And the time period for these 15 judges is 9 years of term. Its headquarters is at the Peace Palace at The Hague in the Netherlands. So the headquarters of the International Court of Justice is at the Peace Palace at The Hague in the Netherlands. Next one, the Secretariat. The Secretariat handles all the administrative and day-to-day work of the United Nations and its organs. So, the Secretariat, the main organ of the Secretariat is to administrate day-to-day work of the United Nations and its organs. It also performs various other tasks like monitoring its programs, researching socio-economic trends and so on. So, this Secretariat will do the various works like monitoring, programs done by the United Nations and researching socio-economic trends and some other things. It uses 6 languages for official work. So this secretariat uses almost 6 languages for official work. They are means these 6 languages are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian and Spanish. So the 6 official languages of the United Nations, the 6 languages of the Secretariat is Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian and Spanish. It is led by a Secretary General, Chief Administrative Officer of the organization. So, this Secretariat will be led by a Secretary General. He is a Chief Administrative Officer of the entire organization. Currently, Antonio Guterres of Spain is the United Secretary General. So at present, Antonio Guterres of Spain, he belongs to Spain. He is the United Nations Secretary General. Next, specialized agencies of the United Nations. The United Nations carries out a lot of its work across the world through a number of specialized agencies. Some important agencies are, let us see. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. The UNESCO was set up in the year 1945 to encourage international cooperation in the fields of education, science and culture. Its headquarters is in Paris, France. So, the main motto to set up this UNESCO is to encourage international cooperation in some of the fields like education, science and culture. And the main headquarters of the UNESCO is in Paris, France. Next, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. United Nations Children's Fund. The UNICEF was set up in the year 1946 to work for the welfare of children throughout the world. Its headquarters is in New York, United States of America. So, the main motto of the UNICEF is to work for the welfare of children all over the world. Next, ILO, International Labour Organization. International Labour Organization. The ILO was formed in the year 1919. It deals with labor issues by bringing together governments, employers and workers, representatives and setting up labor standards and social protection for workers. So the main motto of ILO is to deal with labor issues and to set up some labor standards and social protection for the workers, employees and so on. Okay, and the headquarters of the ILO is in Geneva, Switzerland. Next, FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. The FAO was formed in the year 1945 to help nations improve agriculture, forestry and fisheries practices and ensure good nutrition and food security for all. It is headquartered at Rome, Italy. So, the main motto of this FAO is to improve agriculture, forestry and fishery practices and to ensure good nutrition and food security for all the people of the world. And the main headquarters is located at Rome in Italy. Next, World Health Organization, WHO. The World Health Organization was formed in the year 1948 to coordinate efforts of various nations in fighting various diseases and improving the general health of the people of the world. So the main motto of the WHO is to fight various diseases and improving the general health of the people all over the world, and the main headquarters is located in Geneva, Switzerland. International days adopted by the UN. So there are some international dates which are adopted by the United Nations. The United Nations observes some days as international days to mark a special cause or an issue of international interest and concern. Some important days of international importance are C. International Mother Earth Day, 22nd April. So 22nd April we call it as International Mother Earth Day. The International Mother Earth Day is observed over a year to emphasize the need to protect our environment and adopt eco-friendly practices. It is a day when we think of our responsibility towards the environment. So, International Mother Earth Day is our Environment Day. So, the main motto is that we have to protect our environment and adopt eco-friendly practices. It's our responsibility to think of our environment. Next, World Environment Day, 5th June. The World Environment Day is June 5th. The main aim is to spread awareness on the importance of environment and its conservation. The main aim is to aware the people about the importance of environment and how to conserve it. This day is marked by large-scale afforestation campaigns, earth hours and go green campaigns. So in this day, a large-scale afforestation campaigns, earth hour and go green campaigns will be held. Next, International Day of Non-Violence, 2nd October. The International Day of Non-Violence is observed on the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi as a mark of respect for his ideology of non-violence. On this day, messages of non-violence are spread and pledged to observe the principle of non-violence is taken. So, on the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, as a mark of respect for his ideology of non-violence, this International Day of Non-Violence is observed. And on this day, a message about non-violence are spread and pledged to observe the principle of non-violence is taken. Next, Human Rights Day, 10th December. The UN commemorates 10 December as Human Rights Day to promote the rights and welfare of all. So this Human Rights Day, the main aim of Human Rights Day is to promote the rights and welfare of all. It aims to spread awareness among people regarding their legal rights and their protection. So this is all about the lesson United Nations children. Once go through the today's video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me children. Okay, bye, thank you.